Well, welcome to Pillars of Eternity. This is, I would say, in my top 10 games of all time. Probably, oh, the series is probably my second favorite outing from Obsidian, I think. That's not a list I want to really pin down. I love Obsidian, and I can't just pick one of their games to be my favorite. But this is probably like one of the best stories out of any of their games. One of the best worlds, hands down. Especially since most of their stuff is, well, them taking a more or less failed franchise, not looking at you, Fallout, and making it so much better. So, this is going to be a short little sweet thing, hopefully. This is just us making our character for our run, and I just want to have that time to sit down and make it, show off what I want to do, give everyone kind of an insight on what I want to do with it. Instead of, rushing it or skipping it or doing anything like that on it. The music in this is just amazing. Alright. So, since this is a recording, we're not going to do Trial by Iron. We're definitely not going to do Expert Mode because I am not an expert on this game. And I'm going to do the strongly recommended Easy Mode. Because this game is... ooh, it's brutal. Alright. Now, I don't remember if it gives us the story deposition before or after we create the character. If it's before, I'll add it in on the next video too.
5 wagons grope blindly for the path on a starless night, their master glancing ever upward to the skies for assurance that he is on the right course. A dim lantern his only protection against the encroaching darkness. But the skies bring no comfort, shining no light, betraying no hint of what they know. The caravan carries travelers bound for the frontier hamlet of Gilded Vale, you among them, where a local lord has offered land and wealth to settlers from abroad looking for a fresh start. You have taken suddenly ill, sweating and shivering, and one of the other travelers signals for the caravan master to stop on your behalf. He pulls up just in time to avoid plowing into the trunk of a fallen tree that bars the way ahead. You will go no further tonight.
You will go no further tonight. Gotta love it. I'll add that back into the actual first episode for anyone who misses this. This is just us making our characters, so. And I don't know if this character will carry over into the second game, but we're doing both. Because I want to do as many Obsidian games between now and Avowed as I possibly can, so I can bug Obsidian as much as I possibly can into maybe gifting a press copy for my Xbox. Who knows? Doubt it, but I will try. Alright. So, male or female? Now, I know the male's role is a little bit easier in this game. Like it says, the place of men in society varies from culture to culture. Cultures like the Adir and the Dryerwood place them at the forefront of military politics and heavy labor. Among the tribes is the Nassetekwa? Nassetek? I think so. Men perform many of the homesteading and organizational duties. We're in the Dryerwood, so that's what it's going to matter. In the Irglanfathen and Exmetal, men and women have more fluid social roles. In all societies, there are exceptions to the rule, and men can be found in a wide variety of situations and professions. Oh my god, I can't speak today. And then women. A woman's role in Eora is largely dependent on where she's from. In the Aedir Empire, the Valian Republics, and the Dryerwood, where we're going to be playing, women occupy many domestic, educational, and organizational roles. They are the primary hunters, soldiers, and leaders of the tribes in the Nassetek, and Erglanfathen in Exematol, Exomotal. I'm gonna change those pronunciations every time I do them. I'm sorry. Women and men have more fluid social roles. In all societies, there are exceptions. You know, they can be found anywhere. Blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna go with a man for right now, just because I know the Dryerwood is where we're gonna be, and I think having a more outward. I think being a man is gonna be more useful in this. I play women a lot in video games. Don't come at me. All right. Confirm that, and then we're gonna look at some races. So I'm gonna go through all the races. I'm gonna go through all the classes, and I don't know about cultures and stuff like that, but we'll try to go through it. You have your human. The human's commonly called folk because yeah, we're all redneck in this. Are the most common race in the Dryerwood, the Aedir Empire, Old Vanala, and the Vanalan Republics. Valayan. I'm gonna pronounce everything wrong. Though not as large as the towering Armara, humans are known for their strength and their willpower. Hold up. Edit that out in post. Alright, they get a +1 to resolve and a +1 to might. The Amara, we'll select them so you can see what they look like. The mighty Amara are the largest of the Kith races and are commonly found in or near oceans, though not truly aquatic. They have an affinity for water, and many of their civilizations, such as the Ratari, are based on naval dominance, not diplomacy. Ruatari. Yeah, Ruatari. They are known for their unparalleled strength, +2 to might. We have our Dwarf. By virtue of the land covered and numbers of colonies settled, Dwarves are the most well-traveled race in the world. That differs from every single different, fairy tale thing. Some of them, Dragon Age, they don't like to venture. They like to be underground, and if you go above ground, they think that you're blasphemous. And then, in here, the Dwarves are the traveling kind. Tolkien stuff, they didn't necessarily travel too much, but when they did, they traveled in force, and there's just weirdness with Dwarves. They are commonly found in the Dryerwood, the Valen Republics, and almost any colonized land. So anything that's like America back whenever we were getting colonized. There's that kind of stuff. Dwarves are known for their great strength and tenacity. +2 to might, minus dexterity, +1 constitution. Elves, the pretty boys of the games. Elves are the dominant race in Irglanfathen and the white that wends and are extremely common in the Dryerwood and Endir. Elves are known for their speed and intelligence as well as commonly isolationist nature. Dexterity and perception +1. The Orlan, which are very interesting little beast folk. They are the smallest of the Kith races and are, though many cultures don't consider them to be civilized at all. Also notable for their large ears, two-tone skin, and hirsute bodies. Olanes are commonly found in Glanfathen, the Ixmital Plains, and part of the Dryerwood. They are known for their mental intensity and sharp senses, so they have +1 to resolve, -1 to might, +2 perception. That's nice. Now, Godlikes are the cool thing that comes from this game. They're so awesome. They literally have these aspects of whatever god that they are coming from, and they can't wear helmets, which kind of sucks, but they get these really powerful bonuses, and they are awesome. The godlike are the children of the Kith, civilized races who have been blessed with physical aspects associated with the gods, though some do not consider it a blessing. These aspects may take many forms and often come with mystical powers. Aberrant head shapes are typical, and godlike are unable to wear protective headgear as it's nearly impossible to find anything that fits. Because of their unusual nature and their inability to reproduce, godlike are often viewed with fear and wonder. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think headpieces actually do anything in this game. Now, they are like, they can be enchanted, or they can give some sort of benefit like that, but I don't think they give any actual physical benefit. So in the early game, it's kind of useless, but in the late game, that's another slot or whatever that you're not being able to use. We are going... I don't want Resolve. Resolve, Might, and Perception. Dexterity and Perception. Dwarves are Constitution and Might bonuses. That's Might, that's Resolve and Might. Godlike are Dexterity and Intelligence. They're the only ones that get an Intelligence bonus. Are you kidding me? Let's look at Elf. I think there's like a sub-race. Yeah. So... there's 2 different sub-races to each one. No, I don't want to do that. The Amara, their sub-races are Coastal or Island. I'm not going to get too much into them. They get a bonus like thing. Towering Physique for this one. Coastal ones, bonus to defense against going prone and stun effects. And then the Island ones get Armed to the Teeth. All Island ones can have an additional weapon slot. Dang it, I keep pressing the wrong button. We're not going to look into that. I do want to look at the Elves ones, though. So they have the Wood Elf. They have distant advantage against any enemy that is more than 4 meters away. Wood Elves gain bonus to accuracy, deflection, and reflex. And Pales are elves that have increased burn and freeze damage reductions. Do I really want that? Which is all of a might. Oh no, sorry, dexterity and perception. But the Orlanes, they have the Hearth, minor threat when attacking any target that is also being attacked by a teammate. They convert some of their hits into crits. And then these ones are a little more furry. After being subjected to a will attack, Wild Orlanes temporarily gain bonus to all defenses. Darn. What does the human get? Fighting Spirit, Fighting Spirit, Fighting Spirit. 5 seconds after being reduced to below 50% endurance, they temporarily gain bonus accuracy and damage. Dwarves. Hill and Hardy Mountain Dwarves have a bonus defense against poison and disease, and then Boreal Dwarves have a 15 to accuracy against creatures of the wilder or the primordial types. Oh, this is hard. Like the Godlikes, I really kind of want to take one. You have like the Death God, like the fire, the moon, the nature. Really just take a moon for their healing stuff. You know what? Let's take a moon godlike. Then I have different body types. Lane, elf, dwarf, Amara, human. I'll just take a simple human. That works. Now's the fun part. All the classes. So we have our Barbarian, which was your normal, what you'd expect. I'm not going to go too in-depth with the Barbarians, like the reedy stuff. It's there if you guys want to read it. I'll move down. You want to pause and read. They get bonus athletics, bonus survival. They have very high health, very high endurance, which we actually lose endurance before we lose health. That's how this all works. Very high accuracy, decent deflection. Paladins is what you would expect. Give you a second to pause. They have faith and conviction. Paladins have inherent bonus to all their defenses. Over the course of the game, the value of this bonus may shift based on the reputations of the paladin that the paladin gains relative to the behaviors that are preferred by his or her order. They get athletics, lore, very high endurance, high health, very high accuracy, high deflection. It's your Chanter, which these are a little bit different. These are kind of like a bard, kind of like a summoning class. They have phrases and chants that they'll go off, and they it's more or less their way of like influencing the battle. As they chant, they'll make some sort of effect happen. Not explaining it very well, but all chanters continuously speak chants made up of magical phrases. Phrases produce passive effects and help build a chanter's power until they can use an invocation. So then they have their invocations, which are very powerful magical effects. +2 in lore, +1 mechanics, high endurance, low health, high accuracy, or very high accuracy, very high deflection. We have a healing priest. They have a radiance that generates a modest amount of endurance for allies throughout the around the priest. Any enemy vessels caught up in the area take burn damage and may be frightened. Over the course of the game, the power gets stronger, just like the paladin. They have access to spells, they get athletics, lore. They have a high endurance, a low health, a high accuracy, and a average deflection. I might play as a priest since I am a moon, and get a little bit of a healer going. We have our Cipher. They're kind of like, they do a lot of brain magic. A lot of mental F with you magic, kind of. They have their powers that they get from pulling stuff from people, like soul whips and stuff like that. You use their soul whip to build focus, and they use focus to use it. They have +1 to stealth, lore, and mechanics. They have a high endurance, low health, very high accuracy, high deflection. Then you have your ranger, which gets your little pet. No one ever plays the ranger in D&D. That's the little bit of a stab in the back always. All rangers share a strong bond with their animal companion. Yeah. +1 to stealth, +2 to survival, high endurance, high health, very high accuracy, high deflection. We have our druid, which is what you expect. They have shapeshifting, they have wilderness spells, very tanky if you want to be. Very tanky if you want to be, but very interesting. They can shapeshift into other things, and then when those things drop to 0 health, they change back. It's very useful. They have +1 lore, +2 survival, high endurance, low health, high accuracy, high deflection. The ever-present rogue. They have their sneak attack stuff, very useful. +1 stealth, +2 mechanics. Actually, high endurance, low health, very high accuracy, average deflection. We have your normal everyday fighter. Fighters continually regenerate endurance at a modest rate during combat. They're very good tanks. Very, very good tanks. +1 athletics, +1 lore, +1 survival. Very high endurance, high health, very high accuracy, very high deflection, very solid starter. Wizards, which are kind of fun. They have arcane assaults with mid-range attacks that hit. Oh nope, it's butt up. Hit a small area for raw damage, can leave targets dazed, and then they have their spells. They work off a spellbook, kind of like D&D. I kind of thinking about using one of these as well. I'm not sure. I'll make it quick though. +2 lore, +1 mechanics, high endurance, low health. It's a wizard. High accuracy, low deflection, and then you have your monk. You're another one of your never picked classes. They have transcendent suffering. When monks have no weapons equipped, their unarmed attacks are exponentially more powerful and continue to increase in damage as they gain levels. I did not know that. That's kind of cool. But that's a normal-ish monk ability. Wounds, as monks are damaged, their pain generates wounds. Wounds can be used to power many of the monk's special abilities. I've never looked at them. That's cool though. Stealth +1, athletics +1, survival +1, endurance is very high, health is very high, accuracy is very high, deflection is very high. These can be some pretty good tanks and some pretty good damage dealers. I think we're gonna build a priest. I think we're gonna build a little bit of a healer, because that's high endurance, low health, high accuracy, high average deflection. What's the wizard? High endurance, low health, high accuracy, low deflection. 36 + 12 or 36 + 12. We'll go with a priest. I haven't played a priest yet. And then we have our deities. This is Barath. Not going to break it down, but their favorite things are stoic and rational. Disfavored is passionate and cruel. Ethos, which I think Ethos is actually dead. I think they're a dead god of Dryerwood. They like benevolence and honesty, and they are against cruelty and deception. Then we have Magran. Likes aggressive and cleverness against diplomatic and passionate. Takim, known as the Quiet Slave. Likes deception and cruelty, dislikes malevolence and aggression. And then Whale, deceptive and clever, and dislikes rational and honest. So if we're going to go with this, we're going to go with Ethos, benevolent and honest. We're going to play healer. It's a healer cleric, okay, guys? He's going to be nice. He's going to be like, oh, can I open this door for you, ma'am? It's just what's going to happen. Yeah, we're going to go with that because I would like to be diplomatic. So, and then our attributes. Let's see. We are going to... Gonna boost resolve. We're gonna boost intelligence to 18. Might up to 14. Dexterity to 12. We want to be a little bit tanky. Let's drop that. Recommended for priest. Highly recommended for priest. You know what? We're not going to be a very... damage and healing. There's both damage and healing as well as the fortitude defense. So we really want to be more mighty. We can drop some dexterity with that. Drop a little bit of perception. Yeah, 2 perception. Throw concentration creatures to will and deflection defenses. We'll throw 2 more in there. Drop a constitution to make that might go up. Okay. And then culture, this really doesn't matter. We're just looking for the bonus of resolve, dexterity, resolve, intelligence, constitution, might, perception. I'm going to go with the constitution because that throws back that 1 constitution we took away. Yeah, we took away 1, right? Yeah. Okay. And then culture. We have lore, stealth, survival, stealth mechanics, athletics, lore mechanics, athletics, survival. So I kind of want to do athletics in lore. I feel like that'll be useful. Yeah, I feel like that'll be useful. And our basic appearance, we have 3 different kinds of heads. Terrifying, a little less terrifying, and way too gentle looking. We'll go with way too gentle looking, though. And then we have our portraits. I don't want to do the death one. Do we have moon? We have moon right there. Primary color. I'm going to go with... yeah, that kind of off-white. Secondary color, we'll go with... Let's see, dark red? No. Let's go with like a bluish silver. There we go, we don't look too bad. Alright, and then we're gonna go with the benevolent voice.
I'm here. I'm flattered.
Ah!
I'll take a peek.
Yeah, we'll go with benevolent. Alright, and our name. Let's see. This is going to be our same name that we use for all of our Obsidian games from now on. So, I'm gonna hate myself later, but we're gonna go with Juan Rilson. Alright, and that is gonna be our character for the game. So if you guys are interested in this, hit me up. We're going to be playing it, putting it out on Wednesdays. Just drop me a like, drop me a comment if I did something wrong, if you think I could improve something before we start. And if you really want to see more, hit me up for a subscription. And I'll see you guys later.